she understands, you know. And she goes, it is, you know.
That's how it is. You pay your dues and eventually you get there.
She said if I could just big things, my have to be score.
Who's the goalie? Ella Brady?
Yes.
I'm surprised he didn't talk my kid into it. She plays goalie on the travel team.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
My grandson up in New York tried out for their junior high soccer program. He made it as the keeper, right? He's playing in a rec league.
Yeah.
And he was playing in a rec league. There were several of the kids that's on his team, and one of them accidentally kicked him in the foot and broke a toe.
Oh no.
He can't. He's not even gonna be able to. He has 4 to 6 weeks in the boot
No.
before he can even think about.
That sucks. Jordan Andrews.
I don't really announce.
Oh, okay.
We don't announce these. That's why I said this is easy. Clock runs. In fact, if you want to open up that cabinet to your left, and top right, the button, the red button, turn it off. There we go. Now we won't accidentally. Binoculars. I've got to be 40 years old.
Still work.
I told the wife when I bought them, I said, I'm going to buy a good set. A good set, and I did.
Like she doesn't, like she wants.
She needs that target.
Yeah.
She needs that target. Well, she does sprint. She needs short distance.
Sprint, short distance, and everything.
Yeah, she doesn't have to do like the mile.
Yeah. So we go over and like I walk with her now with some of my friends. So we said, oh, let's check in and see what we got. First mile walking over third place. Okay, let's get a picture.
She's still on. She might end up running after a while. When she sees that there's. Yeah.
Just you or ignore it. Just think it through. And every time she runs out, you're here all day.
I'm gonna have to try. I do need to get her to a home game. We're having a party for our son's party. He's leaving for the Navy, so we're having a party for him. So their friends will come over and say hi, bye.
Yeah.
So we won't. Good. Yeah. I'm still like your sister, but
Yeah, you gotta go to
good night.
Oh,
Try, Hope.
Well, you were my second like on that post.
I did it right after you posted it. Who beat me?
I don't know. I didn't say.
Sarah.
At least tomorrow I want to fight with the sun.
What time? Oh yeah, we'll
1
be here
o'clock.
at 1. Yeah.
golf team clinched the division title.
Oh, that's
They
neat.
have one more match, but they're 11-0.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. They lost one non-district game, and it was because of rain. And they only got like 8 holes in, so they had to go with what it was. And then they showed par for every other hole, and because of that, we lost by 1 stroke.
Oh, 1 stroke. Wow.
Bowling's out.
Tom Everett beat you.
Tom Everett.
No. And Alan Zaworski, the chiropractor, he liked it too.
Stay on.
Jordan Andrews.
Yay, Jordan!
I have to go clean a concession stand today.
Oh,
And this is all.
do you ever have any pizza left down there?
Yeah, sometimes they do, and they give it to the kids afterwards.
I so hope.
I'm thinking my kid's gonna want to go to King's after this one.
Yeah. That Cogini's is closing. That
Who?
Italian restaurant.
Who would? What?
That Cogini's that just opened here about maybe a year ago.
Where is that?
Where the old salad place was at.
That kettle.
Where the old auto shop was. That little shopping center.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
That Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
That Pasquale. They just posted the other day, he got some kind of a job offer and they're giving up the restaurant. So they're not renewing their lease. Leaf and Ladle was in there.
Yeah. Probably be another pizza place coming.
Ha, you know what?
We don't have enough room.
And I guess, I don't know what's going to happen. That ale place that they put in, they closed all of a sudden. They had two guys got together and they were going to put a Japanese type restaurant in there.
Yeah.
And the one guy died, 45 years old.
All right. Down there by the pharmacy. Right?
Yeah, down the old doctor's office was.
Yep.
So I don't know what's going on with that, if that's going to happen now or not. Best thing they've done that they've put on the mountain lately is that mini golf. There's people coming from all over the place to play that.
It's
And
nothing
everybody
else,
I've talked to love it.
nothing else to do around here.
Yeah. It's pretty neat now. They have it all made up for Halloween. I don't know if you go by it at all.
I didn't see it.
Oh, go buy it. I mean, there's a bunch of like 12-foot skeletons, and it's pretty neat. The water's colored orange now. Pretty neat. They did a nice job.
Shoot it!
I have a paramedic I work with that knows the owner
Mm-hmm.
of those ice cream places.
Yeah.
and I guess he was telling him that
Nice try, Rick.
that is our most profitable ice cream shop around, and that they're making
gotta
a
be.
killing on the mini golf so far. He said we expected it to be extremely good at the very beginning. We just hope it stays that way.
Right. Well, the ice cream was always busy there, no matter who ran it.
It was a shame to see the creamery close down.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little expensive, but boy, did I like their ice cream.
Yep.
And then that little coffee shop there at the corner of South Main and
Church Road down there?
South Main and New and Gold.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'll tell you what, they had, bar none. And I'm a coffee drinker from my Navy days, but I'm telling you what, they had the best hot chocolate in the mountain right there. God, their hot chocolate was good.
How long were you in the Navy?
A little over 5 years. And I would have stayed in had they not screwed me out of a class that I wanted. I had plans on staying in, and there was a course that I desperately wanted. And on my re-enlistment, that was part of my re-enlistment, was the course and some other things. And about 8 months after my re-enlistment, they canceled the course. So I went to them and I said, hey, you know,
Go, Kira.
this was one of my big reasons for re-enlisting,
Yeah.
because it was something that was going to help me when I got out in the with the FAA. And I was aboard ship at the time, and the personnel guy looked at me and said, well, too fucking bad. I said, really?
Get back.
I said, we'll see how bad that is. I was out 3 weeks later. And then I still went into the FAA.
We just,
Give her the business.
well, the place I work for a land systems part, but we own the shipyards too, the electric boat,
Okay.
stuff like that. We just started making parts for submarines.
I enjoyed my time in service. I was going to stay in. I had all intentions of staying in. And they hit me.
What kind of ship were you on?
Aircraft carrier.
Oh, nice.
In fact, if you, the white pickup truck sitting right outside here,
Yeah.
look at the back window
Shoot
and you'll
it.
see it. Because it's on my back. I was the last I was an air traffic controller.
Oh, really?
I was the last controller to leave the base in Brunswick, Georgia, Navy Glencoe. They closed the base. I left there and went aboard the Saratoga out of Mayport, Florida. And that would have been my only, in the rate, you get sea duty. One time, there was a chief petty officer that was aboard the ship with me
Yeah.
that actually asked the main personnel office in Washington to assign him to the ship because he had been in 19 years and never saw the sea. But that, I mean, you know, other than aircraft carriers, you don't have controllers, you
Have
know.
a shot.
And we only had 19 controllers on the carrier. And he specifically asked to get assigned to carrier. So I had my sea duty. I would have never seen sea again. And we had every intention on staying in until they did that. I said, you know what, forget it. And I knew a couple tower managers in the FAA, and 2 of them said to me, get out, I guarantee you will be hired within 2 years.
So where'd you go?
I started out in Charleston, West Virginia.
Shoot it.
And then 1981, when the controller strike happened, I did not go, which I had no intentions of going. Because when we got hired in my job, we had to sign a paper that was very specific. Federal firefighters, federal police, and air traffic controllers were not allowed to strike against the federal government, period.
Mm-hmm.
It was very plain. And I remember my dad calling me and saying, well, what are you going to do? 'Cause he was a big
See,
Reagan
you
guy. He
Reagan.
loved Ronald Reagan. And I said, well, Dad, I'm not going to go. I have a 4-year-old son, and the wife's pregnant. Why would I go making the money I'm making? And anyway, that paper said I'm not going to, so I'm not. And I didn't. And I actually left Charleston, West Virginia, 2 days after the controller strike and went to Pittsburgh. I was a controller in Pittsburgh for a little bit over 10 years. And I left there and went to Oklahoma City. I was an instructor at the FA Academy for 3.5 years, and then from there I came here. I came here as a supervisor and retired from Avoca as a supervisor back in 2003.
Did you know my neighbor, Mike Bates?
Mike
Bates?
Bates,
Yeah, I think he worked.
you know,
No?
Mike Dennis.
No.
I don't know Bates. Now he might have worked at the airport, but not in the control tower. We worked for the FAA. We didn't work for the airport. He might have worked for the airport. Oh. Yeah, he might have worked for the airport. We worked at the airport, but we weren't airport employees.
Right. I just went to Chicago the other day. Boy, that airport's something.
Yeah. Well, when I was in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh was the 5th busiest airport in the United States, behind Chicago, LA, Atlanta, and Miami. They were the 4 busiest, we were the 5th busiest. Then US Air pulled out and Pittsburgh went to, they lost over half of their airplanes. They built a brand new terminal. They were in the terminal 4 years. US Air pulled out. They actually shut down half of the terminal because they lost so many flights. I think it's all open again now.
I was supposed to leave on Monday. That flight got canceled.
Shoot it!
Well, I like
Then I
that.
was supposed to leave Tuesday morning. That flight got delayed so much that I was going to miss the connecting flight in Charlotte.
Well, I keep on watching it, how they're blaming air traffic. It's not air traffic. First off, weather has a lot to do with it. But what they're not telling everybody is every airport has a maximum capacity.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Pittsburgh, at its peak, we could land 120 aircraft an hour. At the same time, we could depart 115 an hour. The problem was the airlines combined would schedule 140 an hour to land and 130 an hour to depart.
Of course.
It don't work that way. It don't work that way. We have, and that's all based on our required separation of 3 miles on final. And if it's a heavy aircraft involved, it could be as much as 6 miles apart. And it's all based on that.